Hello, dear family, fans, and friends. This is Lolita again, and I have another video to share. And today's topic is on meditation. Okay, so we know this is an important topic. So, before I get into more details and more information, I just looked up in Google what was the definition for meditation. And it says meditation is a practice that involves training the mind to focus and achieve a state of calmness and clarity. So I think I want to go one step further. Like, we are trying to get calmness and clarity, and what is it that we're trying to get calmness and clarity on? So when we have problems, when we have worries, and we need solutions, and we want to get some guidance either from above or from within, then it's a good idea to meditate. And so that's the topic for the day. Now, when I talk about meditation, is there only one way to meditate, or can there be so many numerous ways to meditate? So the answer to me is that yes, there are numerous ways for us to meditate and to get that divine guidance, or more deeply in touch with our with our inner self, right? So, since we're talking about meditation, I think a good way for us to get started is to take take 3 deep breaths. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna be sitting comfortable, feeling relaxed, and then we'll start with our first breath. We take a deep breath in and out. In and out. One more time, in and out. So we can feel that just taking a couple of deep breaths helps us feel more relaxed, more heart-centered, right? So typically what we think about, the typical way to meditate, maybe lighting some candles, having some meditative music, and then, sitting in a comfortable position, maybe on the floor, looking at the candle or shutting our eyes, and then getting more relaxed and then feeling some inspired thoughts. Now, that's only one way to meditate. And there's actually so many other ways that meditation, the answers, the solutions can come to us. So at this point, I'm going to share my usual intro, but go a little deeper this time. For those of you who may not know me, my name's Lolita Pagarani. My family is from India. I grew up in Hong Kong. And of course, I've lived in the United States for 40 plus years. So I feel I have a unique experience of Eastern cultures and also Western practices or Western systems. So I feel I have a very unique perspective to share. And on top of that, I've had 20 years of coaching, mentoring, and training experience that, of course, I tap into. So part of my experience, I was working in social services, helping folks that were unemployed find employment, and we know that's a journey. So based on those facts, I want to go ahead and share more details now about how there are different ways to meditate, okay? One very simple way, and many people do, is take daily walks. For me, when I do my daily walk, what I love to do is listen to the sound of the birds. I find it so refreshing. I find it so calming and relaxing that I can hear the birds sing. I can look at the flowers, look at the trees, and really enjoy the beauty of nature. Some people, they're into running and jogging. It just puts them into that frame where they're very focused and they can get focused and not think about other things. And then maybe they just get their inspiration. Folks that love music, maybe songwriting is a good way to get inspiration, and meditation. Listening to music, I find that often for me when I'm listening to music, sometimes the lyrics can really jump out at you. Think about even why are you listening to a particular song, right? What are you trying to? Sometimes we're comforting ourselves, like we're drawing comfort. So because we need strength, we need comfort to be our best selves. And then when we really want something, or when we're really trying to align our lives with God's will for us, so we meditate. We can use visualization, and a lot of times it has to do with like connecting to nature. Many people love to be by the beach. They like to hear the sound of the waves, maybe that repetitive soothing sound of the waves just makes us feel more secure. And if you think about the deepness of the ocean and how many pearls of wisdoms are in the ocean, that also can help us feel more inspired. For me, one practice that I find inspiring, that helps me a lot, is sometimes I see these calendars, right? Like a 2025 calendar, or now the 2026 calendars. They may have some scenic views. It might be birds, it might be waterfalls, it might be like different types of landscapes. It might even be different types of inspiring verses. So you can flip through the calendar, look at the visual, and just feel that sense of calm. And then little by little, you get these inspired thoughts that come in. So what I connect with meditation is relaxing our mind, easing our burdens, connecting to nature. Like, for example, a lot of people like to go fishing. Okay, so when they're going fishing, that might put them into like a meditative state or a state of reflection. So there's really numerous ways to meditate. So prayers, of course, is a very powerful meditation tool, because we don't feel alone. We kind of pray so that we have that connection with the divine, and we know that sometimes we just have to let go and let God. That God will guide us. And many of us are very impatient, but usually the guidance comes like little bit, like step by step. It's a step by step before we get to the solution, or to a better state. Okay. Now, I want to talk about worrying, because a lot of us have a tendency to worry, but when we worry, that can only bring on more stress. And then I had mentioned in one of my previous videos, I like to shut off the noise, right? And I'll share something that happened today. I mean, it's been days. I know I've needed to make this meditation video, and neighborhood yardman comes and starts mowing the grass, and it's, like a lot of noise, and it's hard for me. Like, I really cannot be making a video when the noise level is so high. So I had to just patiently wait until it's a little calmer now so that I can make my video. So I want to talk a little bit, the topic now is the noise, the type of noise we need to shut off. And I just want to, keep sharing a little bit. When we watch TV and there's a lot of commercial advertising, so that's actually quite a bit of noise too, because, they're pushing the consumer to buy their products. So that's really, the marketing also gives us, that's a lot of noise. And it's a good idea to sometimes just shut that off. And then, sad to say, A lot of times